Right, so I haven't uploaded in 9 days. I didn't actually think it was that long. If I'm being perfectly transparent, I've just been very lazy since the start of the year, but we are back. Now, if you're like me and you pre-ordered the iconic edition of F1 25, basically as soon as it came out, which I did, you actually unlock a event in F1 24. It's called the King of Silverstone, and what you can read the description is basically a last to first at Silverstone driving as Hamilton. I hope that you're in a Ferrari, but knowing Codemasters, you are most likely going to be in a Mercedes. I will say as well that my 9-day absence has also been taken up by the fact that I've been grinding the living shit out of the F1 25 beta. I've already done 3 100% races, and I don't know how much I could say, but what I will say is it looks pretty good. Anyway, let's get into this event. Right, so here we are on the grid. As expected, we are going to be driving in the Mercedes. No one really cares. It would be nice if you could drive in a Ferrari, but it's all good. We do have a description and some objectives. So the main objective is to finish the race in 10th or better. And then it shows the same description as what's on the main menu. On the right, we have 3 objectives. We have finish the race in 10th or better, finish the race in 3rd or better, and win the race. Now, I assume when I press continue, I'm going to be able to change setup and things. But I'm not too sure, so I'm going to get ready to race anyway. Oh, okay, no, right, it does let you customize your stuff. Okay, good. Can I put on a custom setup? I can. Nice one. Let's put on the Britain setup, which is just next off the internet. Just Google Britain setup, and that's what I'm using. The strategy's all good. It's going to be an 18-lap race, so I believe that is going to be... I think is that 35? It might be. Or is that... No, that's definitely way too long to be 25. I think it's a 35% race, which is actually the longest of any sort of scenario type thing, which means we could also put the fuel down to 1.5 laps more should do as well. And without further ado, let's do this thing. Right, so interestingly, the game has actually put in a formation lap. Are you allowed to skip it? You are. I'm definitely just going to skip it because formation lap's just a bit boring, isn't it? Right then. Let's do it. Last to first as Lewis Hamilton. This technically cost me 80 quid. So let's make it a good one. Race start, not too bad. Given how my race starts normally are, that was pretty wonderful. Going around turn 1, keeping it nice and just trying not to crash into anyone really, my main target. There is definitely a gap up the inside of Piastri and Sargent that I'm going to try and go for, although I do have to go on the curb. There's a bit of contact. Not nice, and I've not gained any positions, so not the greatest opening corners. It's all right though. I can now put on some overtake, and ooh, that is interesting. Okay, so track limits is set to strict. Not sure how I feel about that with my tendency to go off track way more often than I should. Trying to go around the outside of Danny Rick. Go on, go on. Okay, needing some overtake. Please let me through. Yes, I should have that. If I just turn in a bit later than Danny. Lovely move. There's actually a little cheeky move around the outside of Oscar there. And Kevin. Come on then, let's have your wall. Oh, you can't stop me. Wheel to wheel with Kevin. Love it. Gorgeous in every single way. Up 3 places. And I'm not even done. I've got a decent amount of battery left. There could be a very nice opportunity on Logan, although he's got some mighty straight line speed. He's going to go up the inside of Albon. Cool, I bet Albon feels absolutely disgusted by that sight. Has managed to hold him off, however, they're still fighting. Could this be an off goes Leclerc, through goes Hamilton moment? No. Okay, that's fine. Lap 1 completed, up 3 places. Can't grumble at that. Sensing a move on Sargent here, up the inside. He's looking to block me off, but it ain't going to happen, lad. Come on. No, he's got a lot more grip than me. And I've got more of a skill issue. Alright, I've actually been diffed by Logan Sargent. That's a bit of a problem, isn't it? We can't be having that. Oh, the switchback of 87 has sent Sargent packing. Have some of that. That was a lovely move, a little cheeky maneuver that you can do, mainly on AI because they go and they take quite a wide line through that corner, so you can like sneak up the inside like I just did. Lovely move up to P16. Now, of course, it would be in my best interest to not lose a DRS on Alex. That would completely ruin my race, and I don't. I actually managed to catch up a little bit through Sector 2. That is bloody lovely. All right, lap number 4, and there is 3 cars all ahead of me, who are all looking extremely vulnerable. I have managed to up my pace a little bit. My skill issue no longer as prevalent. And there is definitely potentially a move at the end of this DRS. I do have to be a little bit careful with track limits. I already have 2 warnings, but here we go. Round the outside of Alex Albon. Come on then. Oh, he's pushing me very wide, Alex. You dangerous, dangerous boy. Have some of that. Pushing you wide. And I'm through on Alex. And I don't know if I've just forgotten how to drive on this game, but I feel like I have way more grip than I should do. Maybe the Mercedes is just different class. I don't know. Heading down the hangar straight, at least I think that's what it's called. There could be a little move on Tsunoda here. Recently employed to Red Bull. He's looking for a move on Valtteri Bottas, actually. Maybe a little switchback underneath both of them. Not going to happen. They're going to keep going wheel to wheel into the final couple of corners, so there isn't going to be any room for me unless there is. Do a little switchback. Off goes Tsunoda, and I've spun. Shit. Okay, yeah, just cut the track. No one cares. Get back on. Okay. Okay, I've actually... How many places did I just lose? Did I just lose like 3 places? I think I did. Right. Looks like I'm going to have to up my pace even more now. I genuinely did try a little, undercut switchback and do the through goes Hamilton. That would have been one of the greatest clips in this game's history. But it's all good. Still 13 laps left. I got this. Oh, Sergeant, you can't fall for that again, mate. I've done that to you twice now, bud. Come on, figure it out. I believe in you. Right, back. And I'm looking to make a move on the most recent real-life Grand Prix winner, Oscar Pastry. Let's swing around the outside. The AI loves going very, very, very deep through that corner, but I'm just going to do the exact same maneuver again to slip past him. I don't know why the AI do that. Through that corner after the DRS, they go so far to the right to block you off. Usually they just follow the racing line and you just go around the outside or inside, but no, they actually, they race you round there. One of the only times the AI actually try and race. I've had a lovely run through Magnus and Beckett. Surely a free move on Albon. Send it up the inside. Come on then. On the curb, we're going to keep going wheel to wheel. Oh, this is going to get a bit messy. I'm going to have to brake really late and try not to plough Bottas up the arse. Little bit of contact with Albon, but we'll get away with it. It's all good. And I am up to only P15, which is a little bit concerning considering how far away the leaders are, which is currently a Ferrari and most likely Max Verstappen. Looks like I'm going to have to get a little bit, just a little bit more aggressive if I want to try and make these places up. Like that. That's one of the examples. Can I even keep the place? I should do. Keep it flat. DRS enabled. Come on then. Let's have your Bottas. You're retired, you're old and washed. See you later in a bit. Right. Time to get the elbows out. Hello, Tsunoda. I'm going to do a little switchback. Go around the outside of you. Brake late. He's still going to stick in this, but don't worry. I've got the inside line. That should be all good. Lovely. Get a nice exit. Deploy the overtake and the speed and power of the Mercedes. Come on then. Joe Guan Yu round the outside. Oh, this is going to get a bit dangerous with Hulkenberg. Round the outside. Once again, the AI playing it so aggressive. Round that corner for some reason. They do not want you going past. Like any other corner, they don't mind it. There, jail time, prison sentence, get them away. Next and final target for a little while is going to be good old Nico. Simple overtake with some DRS. Send her up the inside. Goodbye, Nico. Alright, so I am now almost up into the points. And I need to try and push on and try and catch the next car ahead, which is going to be... I have no idea because everyone's starting to pit for some reason. It is actually going to be the Aston Martin of Mr. Lawrence the Stroll. Alright, 4.5 seconds up the road. See how much I can gain in one lap. Although I do have to be a bit careful. Hulkenberg is not going away from me as I thought he would. and he's going to have DRS. This could get a bit dangerous. I was lying. It was not dangerous at all. How good. All right, time to maybe one and only pit stop of the race. And I also get to see if the cars behind me actually get an undercut, because that would be obviously not beneficial in any way. Honestly, I feel like this race might already be lost. I feel like I've spent way too much time trying to, you know, dilly-dally around with all the back markers. I should have just sent it up the inside and dive bombed them like a prime Daniel Ricciardo 2014. And of course, going off track and losing a few seconds didn't help either. But I still believe we are going to come out behind Norris, behind Alonso, behind the Alpine as well in P13. Let's crack on. Oh, that's convenient. Esteban Ocon, his engine's gone. It's been a few laps since I last spoke to you lot. It's been about 5 or 6 laps, and well, I'm going to be perfectly honest, I am nowhere near fast enough to catch up. I'm just not. I can barely catch up to Lance Stroll, let alone the front runners. So, yeah, I don't think my finishing position is going to be that spectacular. I'd be surprised if I could even catch up to the Ferraris. Up the inside of Lance Stroll we go, trying to make it up into P9. Oh, don't fight this like an absolute turd. Round the outside, very hard braking. Clean, not clean at all, actually just really horrible. But we got the move done, which is all that matters. And yeah, I mean, I'm 3 seconds off Russell in P8. I'm about, you know, 3 times that away from the leader. It's not looking great, is it? 3 laps remain in this race, and it's pretty much done at this point. There is a much higher probability of Stroll overtaking me than me, you know, catching Russell and them lot. I'm just nowhere near fast enough. I don't know why. I'm just sort of not. That's as simple as it gets. I feel fast, I feel quick, I feel lively, I'm not really making any mistakes, and yet I can barely catch up to Russell. And it's really annoying as well, because just a little bit further up the road, as you can see, from about P6 all the way up to P2 are all split by like a second. And if I'm in that mix, I could probably overtake all of them fairly easily. And it looks like I'm going to just hover around P9, which is just shocking. No other way to describe it. And here we go then, final lap of the race. What a shocking result this is. I feel like even if I didn't like go off and dilly-dally with the back markers, I wouldn't have been that much further up. I mean, I'm just simply not quick enough, and I don't know why. If I try and drive any faster than I currently am, I will crash. So I guess maybe it's a car diff. Maybe. I don't think it's equal performance. George Russell is only, you know, just ahead of me, and I am catching him. So, I don't know. But this event's been pretty fun, and last to first is always fun. Apart from the fact I've done a last to 9th, but you get the point. It's still fun. And here we go. Through Maggots and Beckett's and the other one, Stowe. I forgot the name of it. Down the Anger straight for the final time. Can I not be overtaken by Lance Stroll? Here we go. He's going to try and go for it round the outside. He's not going to get anywhere close. All right, fair play. Round we go. And that is going to be everything. George Russell actually does a final, you know, sort of, not final corner, but final area overtake on side to take P7. I come around the final corner to take P9. That was horrific. By yours truly, Fat Crim. Right, so now the event is complete. These are the rewards you get. So this is for finishing within the top 10, I believe. You get this race suit. Looks pretty snazzy. Very, very Hamilton-y. If Hamilton was to design a race suit, this is how I imagine it looking like. The vibrant yellow, the, you know, Thunderbolt looking things everywhere. It actually looks pretty snazzy. I like it. Now, if you finish on the podium in the event, which I intend to in about 5 minutes after this video ends, you get this helmet. Again, it's basically just the exact same colours and design as the race suit, but in a helmet. But again, I like it, to be fair. I feel like if you can change the colours, getting rid of that, like, weird dark turquoisey blue, on like the reflection of the helmet. Maybe bun that off and it'll look really, really good. And finally, for winning the race, you get the Vibrant Graffiti livery. Again, it looks okay. 7 out of 10, decent. That's going to be all from me today. I'm sorry I couldn't put in a very good performance in the event. But, you know, that's just a skill issue, and we're just going to have to move on. Make sure to like and subscribe, all the good bollocks, and I'll be back very, very soon. Adios.